Assalamu alaikum, folks. I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to do a quick response here to a video that I came across entitled Islamists Take Over Easter Sunday Service in Church. And this particular version was uploaded by Mahyar Tousi TV. So I don't know who this fellow is, but let's have a quick listen.
Over the last few months, we've seen a lot of disruptions, a lot of attention-seeking publicity stunts by the Islamists and the far left. But this time, they've taken it to a whole new level. Yes, they've decided to disrupt Easter. Yeah, they've decided to target a cathedral, specifically St. Patrick's Cathedral. They're now doing it across the Western world, from London to New York, and of course in this situation, the St. Patrick's Cathedral, completely disrespecting the Easter service and everything else that's been going on when it comes to Christianity. Imagine if you do something like this against Ramadan. Oh, imagine the outrage. Let's go to the video we have from the Islamists that decided to basically bring in the pro-Hamas sign saying, well, Palestine from the river to the sea, everything will be free, blah, blah, blah. And let's see what happens.
Okay, so first of all, folks, it's really important to remember that we live in an age of disinformation, right? We have to be extremely critical of the media that we watch and that we listen to, and we have to look at it with a skeptical eye. We cannot just believe what we want to believe. The first thing that I thought when I watched this video is, actually, how does this fellow know that these protesters were Islamists? Is it the case that only Islamists are rallying for the cause of Palestine? Is that what he believes? Because I can tell you that I know Christian Arabs, I know other non-Arab Christians, and in general I know that agnostics, atheists, people of all stripes and colors, all religious persuasions or none at all, have been involved in rallying for the Palestine cause. In fact, on the global level, we know that the nation of South Africa, right, and Ireland, these are the countries, these are non-Muslim countries that have probably been the most vocal in their outrage at the Israeli crimes against the Gazan people and the Palestinian people. So first question is, how does this fellow Mahyar Tousi, how does he know that these were Islamists? And, you know, I mean, look, if you if you look closer at these protesters, I mean, you have a clean-shaven man, you have women that are not wearing hijab. Like, really? These are Islamists? Is that really what you're trying to say? I guess it could be the taqiyya. You can always play the taqiyya card, that these are just undercover Muslims, perhaps. And then he also accuses them of being Hamas supporters. So, so everybody everyone who is outraged at the death of over 30,000 Palestinian civilians must be a Hamas supporter. Really? So what I did after this is, actually, I just looked up the news article. Let me just pull that up. So here is one, interestingly, from a Catholic website, okay? National Catholic Register. They are a bit more objective in how they titled this news article. Pro-Palestinian, fair enough, pro-Palestinian protesters disrupt Easter Vigil Mass at St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City. Now, if we just scroll down here, Here we go. Here's the interesting part. Okay, New York City police arrested 3 of the protesters without further incident. 63-year-old John Rosendahl, 35-year-old Gregory Shwedok, 31-year-old Matthew Menzies. These don't sound like typical Muslim names. I mean, the Muslim world is very diverse. The Muslim community is really quite diverse. But are you seriously arguing based on zero evidence that a clean-shaven white man named John or Gregory or Matthew is an Islamist, and the ladies are Islamists? So let me be very frank. This guy Mahyar Tousi has to be Mahyar Tousi, sorry, has to be a real low life. He really is a low life to upload something like this, to promote hatred against Islam and Muslims like this. And unfortunately, especially with me being shadow banned, I think my channel is shadow banned because I've made a video about Israel and I've made videos about LGBTQ. And quite frankly, it's not that I'm anyone important. It's quite the opposite. It's the little guy that is easier to shut up. It's the little guy that's easier to shadow ban because that's not going to create a lot of noise and controversy, right? But this fellow, Mahyar Tousi TV, obviously that is a big YouTube channel, 437,000 subscribers. And this video in 10 days has over 300,000 views. 300,000 views. So probably on its way to getting 500,000 views. And it's complete misinformation. It's complete misinformation, which really just confirms that we live in an age of deception. We live in an age of misinformation. We live in an anti-Christic, Dajjalic, deceptive age. And people like this are small Dajjals. They're small deceivers. That's really what they are. Mahyar Tousi has uploaded complete lies. It's a complete false allegation against Islam and Muslims. And I don't expect that there would be an apology coming from him anytime soon. Why should there be an apology? He's getting views. He's making money off of YouTube. And this is just feeding the hate. When you go through the comments, I mean, you can imagine. Why have the Muslims not been arrested for committing a hate crime? Well, it's not a hate crime anyways. But it's bad manners, right? For the record, it's bad manners. It's bad etiquette. And of course, if they refuse to leave, then it is potentially a crime as well too. I wouldn't call it a hate crime, but so this is the kind of hatred and false information that Mahyar Tousi is spreading. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. You have to be a real lowlife to be doing that right now, to be trying to kick Muslims while they're down, right? Let me show you a real hate crime. Actually, here we go. Here's a real hate crime in your part of the world, Mahyar. Okay. And this is shortly after you uploaded your false video. Center for Islamic Life at Rutgers University vandalized during Eid al-Fitr. This is from today's headlines. All right, Wednesday, April 10th, 2024. The Rutgers University Police Department is investigating an act of vandalism at the school's Islamic Center during one of the religion's most holy periods of the year, right? And this is, I believe, in New Jersey, which I understand is very close to New York City. So there's a real hate crime. There's a real hate crime. Somebody breaking into this Islamic office and breaking things, ripping up the Quran, breaking glass, right, throwing things about. The door is all destroyed. That this is what real vandalism looks like. And Mahyar, since you're not in the business of actually looking for evidence or proof before you just make blind, wild allegations, I suppose I could blame you for doing this. Okay, Mahyar Tousi vandalizes Center for Islamic Life at Rutgers University. How about that, right? Mahyar Tousi broke into this Islamic office at nighttime, tore up the Quran, broke some glass, broke some things that were on the table. And I mean, does it work like that? Can you just make allegations without proof, without evidence? No, you can't. So shame on you, man. And this is a reminder to everybody out there to really scrutinize the news, look at it with a critical eye. Don't just accept this kind of garbage that people are spreading on YouTube. All right. Thank you. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.